So in a bar workout, it's not about how heavy your weight is. We like to do a lot of repetitions. So little tiny 1 or 2 pounders can get really heavy after about 20 reps of anything you do. So what you want to do is get a challenging weight, yes. And then the foundation is always essential. So you want to stand about hip width, which is not wider than hips. It's about 2 fist width distance. So say about 6 inches. Soft bend the knees. You want the weight forward in the balls of the feet. So another challenge when you're doing your weight work is to lift the heels. So almost feel like you're standing in a chair pose, and that's how you know your abs are engaged, right? And your weight's forward in balls of the feet. So the other thing you want to make sure you're not doing is locking out the knees, because then what happens is the tailbone shoots out. When this happens, all the pressure goes into the low back, and we always suffer from enough low back pain anyways. So you want to keep the knees bent, and I like to tell my students, kind of stand like a monkey, because monkeys always have their shoulders over the hips, knees bent a little bit, feet really grounded into the floor. So say just for a little bicep curl, you keep this alignment, curl up and down. If you want to make it more intense, right, you lift the arms up, elbows in front of the shoulders. What you want to be careful of is as it gets intense that you're not running away from the work. So you always want to feel, like I say, that you're leaning into the work, meeting your challenge. And then you want to feel, right, that the muscle is contracting on the concentric, and then the eccentric load, right, the muscle is always activated. You're not just doing little elbow bends. So it's really important in your weight work that you're not just relying on joints, shoulders, elbows. You're really feeling the muscles, whether it's a bicep or a tricep. Feel and literally look at the muscle to see if it's working. Something else to notice is that a lot of times when I do a shoulder press overhead, make sure you don't pop or puff the chest. Knit the ribs in, stay grounded in the feet, exhale up, try to tap your weights, and then bring it down. If you start to feel that the only way you can get the work done is to lock out your knees and reach from your chest, that's probably a big sign that you need to lower your weight, right? So it's totally fine to get a lighter weight. I'd much rather you do the exercise correctly with a lighter weight than always get the challenging weight and never do the exercise correctly. You're only going to get better if your alignment is correct and you stay where where you're supposed to be. So a lot of times we want to like meet the challenge and get to the end before we even started at the beginning. So always think foundation, always think alignment, always just be where you are in your body.